Look at that sky, what a colour. Well, the spring is definitely sprung and I'm starting to think about things I've got to do in the garden. I've got to do things like tidy up my greenhouse and plant up some veg in the next week or so. Because I like growing a lot of my own veg. It's always nice. I'm just having a look around the garden now. What else is growing out here? Crocuses. They're beautiful flowers, aren't they? I've got yellow ones and purple ones coming out. These are at the base of my apple tree in my garden. Beautiful. This plant coming up my garden, this is three-cornered leek. It stinks of onions and garlic, and there's another one coming up there. That's going to be lovely. I have lovely white flowers on it. All of it's edible, it's delicious. So that's great. I've got some lords and ladies coming up in my garden here. Actually quite a few plants. There's one over there with a slightly spotted variegated leaf. Some here, some here. Always tell lords and ladies because they've got this leaf margin. Can you see there's almost like a little border going around the outside of the leaf. These are actually poisonous and yeah, we don't want to eat them. Lots more crocuses over here at the base of this acer tree, although these I think are just starting to go over now, just starting to go over, and my acer is looking magnificent. I mean, it's about, I don't know, must be about 20-25 feet high now, and when it's covered with leaves it's absolutely glorious. I mean, acers I think are one of the most beautiful sculptural trees anyway. Japanese maples as they're sometimes known. I've got a number of them in the garden, but this one is a corker. It's really well established, and when it's in full bloom it's amazing, and in the autumn the colours stunning. This is my corkscrew hazel. Now you're going to see a lot more about this particular tree in a few weeks' time when I finish a particular costume for the folk horror project, because I'm using a lot of these wonderful twisty branches as part of the headdress. But I mean, look how knotty and wonderful this is. It's a genetic error, because hazels should have nice straight branches, but I mean, just look at it, how gnarly and twisty are these. And something else I've got to do this year is finish this deck. The old one was rotten and we had to throw it away. Smash it up and throw it away. Rescued some good bits. But I think it's a bit of a building site out here, but this is going to be a lovely big deck. With a fire pit and a sofa and everything else. I'm looking forward to finishing this year. I mean, the hard bit's done. The hard bit was setting the gazebo feet in concrete and building all the deck framing. But we had such bad weather last summer that just never got around to finishing it. All we've got to do now is screw the planks down, simple as that. But we're just waiting for the good weather and then we'll get it done. And look at the sun. Look at the sun on my eucalyptus. Wow, that's a big tree. Four red kites riding on the thermals. That noise you can hear in the distance is a couple of microlights. I don't know if we can quite see them yet. Yeah, there they are. Ah, look at that, two of them. Oh, there's one over there now, and he's quite low. He's literally coming over the top of the sheep fields. Blimey. So that much change from helicopters. Not as noisy. You must have a hell of a view from up there, I must say. I don't know how high that is, but it's pretty high. Still, he's got a nice day for it, hasn't he? He's got a nice day for it. And I was going to say he's quieter than the helicopters, but there's a helicopter flying over the top of him. It's really noisy. I think it's fair to say today is the nicest day we've had this year. It's warm, it's sunny. Yes, I've still got my scarf on because there's a slight breeze, as you can probably hear on the microphone. And that breeze, when it happens, which is infrequently, is actually quite cold. Still no proper fencing yet on the field, but the posts are all in, so I don't imagine it'll be too long. And as this is the field being used for the pregnant ewes, They're going to be lambing within a month or so. So yeah, it's going to be very important to get this sorted very shortly. They've actually fenced up to here, I see. We've actually got fencing here. So it just looks like we've got to go up that way. Harris, come back. Harris. Oi. No. That way. That way. No. That way. Go on. In. Yeah, there's a lot of sheep on this field. And a lot of these are pregnant. And it's lovely to see them here in the sun. Oh, there's another one of those micro lights up there, look. Just likely to come over the top of me shortly. It's beautiful walking through these little wooded paths when you've got a bit of sun on you, even if you have got the noise of a micro light over your head. I just love these gnarly, twisty trees. It's just beautiful. Fills my heart with joy. It's like natural sculpture, isn't it? Look at them. Gorgeous. And yeah, bluebells everywhere. All that greenery is bluebells. It's going to be magnificent this year. I mean, it's always a good show down here. It's always a good show. It's blue all the way through here. And it looks like we're going to get them a little bit earlier this year, as I've said on previous videos. So yeah, all that greenery is bluebells. What a joy. Oh, days like this makes life worth living, doesn't it? Absolutely glorious out here. Apart from the noise of the helicopters and the paragliders and the aircraft and the dogs barking, and that's just joyous. It's lovely out here. It's sunny, it's warm, a little bit of a cold breeze, but I can live with that. That's why I kept the scarf on. And it's quiet, apart from, as I said, those things up in the sky. But yeah, it's lovely. Spring is here. Another nice walk in the sunshine. Got all three of them out again today. There's not too many dogs around, which is quite nice. But yeah, it's just lovely. Lovely being out in the sunshine. I like the spring. When spring starts doing spring properly. This is a joy. Oh look, blossom. Blossom on this cherry tree. A few little buds have opened up in the sunshine. Fabulous. This is the most extraordinary piece of blackthorn. Look at it, it's like a star. Like a star with points going in all directions, like some kind of medieval mace. Look at it. Wow, you wouldn't want to grab hold of that, would you? Look at it. Still no blossom though. Not seen any blackthorn flowers yet. Won't be long though. This will all be white. There's not even any blossom here on my favourite sloe supplier. I mean, you can see, even after people have picked all the sloes, look how many old dried up ones there are from last season. This produces the most sloes of any blackthorn bush anywhere in these fields, and this is always permanently in the sun, so it's usually one of the first to flower, but still nothing yet. Oh, what looks like a little red kite feather there. Buds on the hawthorn are all still quite tight as well. No sign of the hawthorn coming out yet. And it's the same to be said. I've been checking the ash trees here and a few oaks. All the buds are still very tight. Won't be long before they all explode though. I mean, no one likes the rain, but the trees have had a good watering. I have to say, there's lots and lots of buds. I mean, I'm just looking at, you know, an average branch here on an oak tree. Look how many buds are on the end of each twig. There's going to be lots of leaves on here, lots of foliage this year. I wonder if that means we'll have lots of acorns this year, because it was a bit rubbish last year. Not good for the squirrels anyway. I think the cold and the rain has actually held them back. But, you know, St David's Day, you expect daffodils, but they haven't all come up yet. There's one little bunch I saw earlier, but see, there's daffs there. There's daffs there, right next underneath Harris. There's daffs here. There's some here. In fact, the bud is starting to emerge on that one there. I mean, there are daffs everywhere around here, but they're not coming up quite yet. These are a little bit closer, they're not far off. Buds are all coming up anyway. There's another one there, look. You can almost see the yellow of the flower inside it. These two, they won't be long. A few more days of sunshine like this and they'll be out. And here's one just starting to emerge, look. brand new daffodil. He's probably emerged today or yesterday. He'll be out before long, and then you can join the snowdrops and the crocuses. More things for Harris to pee on. Thank you. I swear that tree's watching me. That's quite definitely an eye, isn't it? That's an eye on that tree. The trees are watching. This, I think, is a spectacular formation of beech roots. I mean, look at the base of these beech trees. Look, there's all these little tunnels and little arches and little places in here where the flints are captured. Then you get these wonderful twisty, knotty bits. Another little tunnel there, look. And I mean, how many trees are there here tangled up? How many beech trees does this actually consist of? Let me stand back a minute and have a look at the actual number of trunks. So that's obviously one that's died, because that old trunk there. But if we actually stand back and look at how many trunks there are completely entangled there, what's that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6. And there's another smaller one coming out of the ground there. I mean, do they all feed each other? Do their roots, are their nutrients all shared between all 6? It's kind of weird, isn't it? It's kind of like conjoined twins, but in this case, conjoined sextuplets. And they're very healthy looking trees, it must be said. Well, it's another beautiful day, and it's March the 5th. It's St Piran's Day, which may mean nothing to you, but to a Cornishman like me, that's our national day. It's as important to us as St David's Day is to Wales, St Andrew's Day is to Scotland, St George's Day is to England, and St Patrick's Day is to Ireland. St Piran's Day is the day we celebrate our culture, our language, and so therefore I will say to you all, happy St Piran's Day, or Gool, Peran, Lowen, as you would say in the Cornish language. And I'm going to celebrate by going on a photo shoot, because you might remember a little while ago I did a photo shoot with a fashion photographer, a friend of mine called Andrew Edgecombe, and he's requested another photo because he's doing a photo a day project throughout 2025, and apparently I'm the next one on his list. So we're off now to do a photo shoot, but I'm going to turn this photo shoot to my advantage because I'm going to use it to get a photograph, the most Cornish photograph I can think of to celebrate St Piran's Day. Right, tell me when you're recording, Mark. I didn't press record.
I'm recording, it's going.
You might come in a little bit closer, just so then I get a little bit more feel. That's it. We'll just check the direction there.
Okay.
Good.
Well, here's our car next. Right, you ready for me to go up again?
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Fab. Great.
What a noise.
And then kind of, I might make the most of the fly tipping sign. Come a little bit this way, we'll keep it in.
I quite like the fly tipping sign.
Well, because you're recycling lots of junk and everything as well.
I am.
That's great. Liking the expression there. And then just look into camera. Maybe bring it
Watch your back.
Your nose, so I can see your eyes. That's it, let's do that. Great, lovely.
And no one will ever move me from this land until the Lord calls me to sit at his hand. For this is my Eden, and I'm not alone. For this is my Cornwall, and this is my home.
Well, there you go. Can't get much more Cornish than that, can you? The Cornish flag and a big Cornish pasty to the tune of Cornwall, my home. So as I said, Gool, Peran, Lowen. Happy St Piran's Day to all my friends and family and anyone of Cornish descent around the world. And I'll see you all next week. Toodle-Pip. If you've enjoyed this video, then please consider subscribing. Or click on some of these links to look at some of the other videos on the channel. Or press the like button. Or leave a comment. It would be lovely to hear from you. Any combination of those 4 things would be wonderful. Thank you very much.